I don't know if it's just me, but seeing DJ in the beginning was like dope and all. There's two things I want to nitpick just from the first like 20 seconds. First of all, DJ, whoever handed you that damn mic, whoever at Capcom decided to design that mic is a goddamn liar. Because I know what mic that is. That is a very old school mic. They don't make wireless versions of it, and there's no goddamn XLR coming from it, so there's already continuity errors here.
It's fine.
So that's just saying DJ is so damn loud, he doesn't actually need an actual mic to talk to. And then two, I just felt really bad for the Best Buy employee that you had to fight in the beginning of the trailer. That the dude clearly was just chilling in the park, and you decided to pick a fight, and he was like, all right, hold on. Let me just put my name tag down, get my fireball hands just nice and hot. Because the dude's drip is ridiculous. I was going to say, those bowling shoes are amazing.
He looks like your homie who goes to dances and those random weddings. He's not even invited. Yeah. He just shows up. And they're like, we know who he is.
Yeah, we know what it is. But yeah, so the trailer dropped and it just in full stride. We got to see custom characters fight each other. What a lot of us are going to be doing in the Capcom. In the World Tour event side of it.
Actually, what I was going to say was that notice how each trailer is sort of split into 3 parts. This one only had 2, but it starts with World Tour, then goes to Fighting Hub or Fighting Grounds, and then into Battle Hub.
Yeah,
so I just sort of noticed that recently. But go on.
So we got to see of course the cool new part, which is like the master tag in, so you can actually bring in you're supposed to be a disciple of someone's school, and I guess the perks to that is that you can just call them up and be like, yo, I'm in a fight, and they'll be like, bet, I'm in there, and then like Ryu will just come in like fucking Superman and just be like, yeah, you about to get fucked up now, and then y'all can just dramatic battle this shit, man. Y'all remember dramatic battle from Alpha?
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started. I actually went through a whole thing with the whole Rose time travel. There's a theory. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a theory, but we'll leave that for later, another time.
Okay.
Hey, it's Sean.
No, it's not.
I thought it was Sean at first.
Obviously,
too.
These are the coaches. I mean, we talked about this in the last game that you had coaches you could pick.
Yeah, but it seems like you also have moments where you're gonna fight alongside like Luke, Kimberly, or probably like maybe Jamie or something like that. Because outside of just having Ryu and other people, right? So I think those are just gonna be random moments where they're like, "Yo, I'll help you out."
Yeah, but if we go back a little bit, you also saw that you can not just have Luke's fireball, but you can also have a sonic boom. He used Luke's fireball, sonic boom, then DP'd. I'm like,
this character has everything. Look at Sandblast.
Let's hope this
sonic boom and then DP, bro.
Wait, so for all of our sakes, that you can keep this in the game, not online.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say Sandblast while charging for sonic boom.
Yeah,
that seems pretty it seems strong.
A little bit.
just it seems strong.
But then we got into some more fun parts where they actually started going into the characters we're expecting to see actually in full motion. So we got to show Italy again, represented by Marisa, Manon for France, and of course we ended up. We also got DJ. I think DJ was right before that. I thought DJ was before that. He's somewhere in here. They definitely showed DJ. I think he's like later though. Okay, so yeah, we got to see some of the newcomers, and of course, and JP. Our Pimp Bison, as some people have now deemed him. JP is also kind of being shown a little semblance of the story as well. Then we got the breakdown on DJ and the formal of like Manon and Marisa and JP, and we got to see some of their gameplay. Let's just go and talk about the characters we least know about right now.
Instantly didn't want to talk about. DJ. No, I'm not feeling it. That sweep, get out of here. Leave me alone. Bye.
And that anti-air sweep was going to be such a menace.
But go on.
It seems shorter.
That we don't know about.
All right. So JP, first of all, if you didn't know, if you put his the way he had designed his logo for JP, if you actually flip it upside down, it still says JP like perfectly. It's kind of weird. But my man takes his pimp cane into battle. That's already a fucking sign that he's going to be gross because his reach is going to be pretty nasty. He doesn't actually have to worry about putting his hands on you. He'll just hit you with a stick. So we got some JP, we got some Marisa, and we got some Manon. Let's just focus on JP real quick. Just some of the things we did get to see is he has like an Eddie. Like he's a kind of a puppet character, right? He's got, or really a setup puppety character. He's somehow linked to psycho power, right? We've already kind of gotten that established, especially in the little part that he talked about earlier. Yeah, he's got some far sweeps. He's got the psycho power kind of flame aftershock, and he's got setups with this weird Eddie looking puppet character, which some people online are already going like, yo, it's Bison's dead soul or whatever. Like he's summoning him, which I'm like, it's not impossible. Like I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Like it could be, ironically.
With Street Fighter, anything's possible at this point because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. When
it could be anything.
But I will say this: I definitely think he's a very interesting character due to the fact that he does talk. We're imagining right now that the person he is talking about is Bison, and that what he was seeking was another body. We've seen him try to do that do that with Ed. It seems like it's Seth as well. He actually tried with Ed as well, I believe, too.
And Abel.
And Seth.
Everybody. Yeah, he just wants everybody.
Yeah. And all the dolls. And Cam, we can keep going, dog. We can keep going. Bison was like, I need to park my car somewhere.
But as they said with the psycho power, you see the rapid aging, and somebody actually brought it up that JP might be rapidly aging, but he might have a lot more understanding of what is to come as aging. Because remember, Ed's going through a rapid aging too, but I think they stopped it somehow, right?
Supposedly.
So. Yeah, because he's not like as old, not supposed to be as old because of something. But I feel like JP is kind of like the Rose kind of type entity where he is just all knowing of it, right? You know, he understands it way more. He's more integrated into kind of like Ingrid, if we wanted to say. He's kind of like the Ingrid of the game right now.
Oh, that's so
he
funny.
He might be the originator.
What if he like drops like Ingrid's name somewhere in there? There's a name drop. She hasn't been in a single title outside of Alpha 3 on the PSP. Yeah. And Capcom
Fighting Evolution.
Capcom Fighting Evolution. Thank you. That's what she was initially built for, though. She just then got ported into the PSP.
So you're saying we don't count Red Force?
No.
Okay. Yeah, but JP's an interesting looking character. Past that, we did get, of course, one of the harder hitting characters of the game, which was Marisa, the Spartan cut homie that we kind of did a little bit of a breakdown during the Game Awards as to our reaction. Like she is just heavy hitting. She has potential drive impact like shenanigans, like against like breaking drive impact like doesn't affect it because there's like some armor moves or some moves that tend to just beat it outright. Probably one of the hardest hitting moves is a counter that we called the day it got shown. It's like that didn't look right. Let's double back real quick, and you see gloves together, a golden aura, which some people have also stated that there is possibly even a Urian / Gil connection here because their race or their people, they eventually have elements. She is an aspiring jeweler and apparently has to do with gold. So this might be the one there. We'll see. And also remember, Gil does also have a Spartan outfit and they're all about fighting each other and stuff like that. There's semblance of a connection there, possibly.
Mythical gods.
Yeah, but yeah, for this counter, it looks like we get like maybe a jab counter or a grab counter and put your head down, get you in the lock, and just...
This... Okay.
Just beams the shit out of you.
Can I say something? This is the reason why they don't allow these kind of punches.
What do you mean?
God. Not what, to the back of the head?
She's dead. She's just dead. You're just dead.
They might nerf the hell out of this grab.
Nah, man, keep it. I just want to make sure it doesn't. I just don't want it to be weird looking when Zangief is underneath there, where it's just like he's just as big as like the animation is gonna be really strange for that one. But dude, this duff alone was enough to make so many people be like, I found my main. It's like
what's worse is that she lets go of the arm, which is
there's a reason
you
why.
let them think they're free and just wagale.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually curious is I would love to get somebody who actually like is really, really in depth with UFC fighting or any type of mixed martial arts. Because if you actually peep, she actually locks her right leg around Manon's right leg.
It's
really subtle. It's very subtle. But I don't know. I think this character is very interested in it. Like I said it before, it looks like a Fukuram meets some other type of character because she's like Muay Thai meets like, you know.
Yeah, her stance
she's-
kind of is. You're getting kind of
Yeah.
some Muay Thai Sagat vibes here.
And that's what I was gonna say. I was like, maybe this is like the follow up to like the Ree versus Sagat. Now this is like the Luke versus Marisa. Maybe. I mean, this would be a big fight. She's way bigger than him. They both have similar, to some degree, similar fighting.
It's a goddamn
like,
Amazon.
I guess martial arts to some degree. So yeah, I think this would be pretty interesting if she is his villain. Plus, I just love the fact that she's just rocking out the gold.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like such a component. You got the chain and everything. She definitely listens to hip hop. That's awesome.
Yeah,
This makes me think they'll bring back rival battles.
I hope so. I hope they do. I hope they bring back rival battles and fucking special intros. Please. Please bring us special intros. There's no reason why you shouldn't be putting this much work and not get fucking special intros.
I think everything should always have special intros. We're like, I mean, if people are still doing it in Mugen, and
Lore,
creating it
bro.
themselves,
Like,
why
yeah,
can't we
like lore,
do that
baby.
here?
But regardless, like I said, we got to see some other little aspects of Marisa, like this gold charged punch. Like, a part of me goes like, oh, this might be DI, but looking at how it interacted with DI, it looked like it was at the end of it. So it's like, I don't think it actually does anything. It doesn't like bypass it, but we're just gonna have to wait to get our hands on it before we find out. And the trailer just goes on to just show off a bit more of the more cinematic moves, more of the very specific moves for some of the new ones, which we're gonna get into as well.
What if she's just like the new Balrog?
There ain't no dash punching, so I'm fine with that.
That was dash punching enough.
That was just
And-
reach. She's just a whole, like I said before, that's a whole ass unit of a woman right there.
Yeah.
That is a
Then-
whole ass woman.
Jeez. I mean, if
Then
her
we got-
actual moves have that impact, it's gonna be cool.
Then from Italy, no, we already talked about Italy.
There's
From
Italy,
France.
yeah. From France.
We got the
Gay's
actual
brand new
herself.
main.
Manon.
Yep, pretty
I think it's
much.
Manon.
We got the new main. Yeah. So we actually got some. Was it today that it got tweeted out?
Yes.
Yeah, it was literally. It was a couple hours ago. Actually, no, it was yesterday. It was last night. So we got a tweet from the official Street Fighter Twitter. You know it's official. It's got a yellow check mark now. This is an
Yeah,
official
that's-
business. $8 to only get you blue, boy. You broke. All right.
Or you're gonna be able to say your 4,000 words later on too.
Yeah, 4,000 words as to why I need a yellow check mark. So yeah, we got to see just a little bit more of Manon. Like, even though in the trailer showed, ballerina, a lot of reach, long legs. Yeah, we got to see another interesting mechanic to her, which I'm slowly getting PTSD as I'm watching this. Sorry.
She gets levels.
It's not levels. It's the pulling is what I'm talking about. Like
I
her
thought you were
normal,
talking about levels.
her command normals are able to pull in, kind of her partner, and now I'm assuming on hit it's gonna be plus, right? It makes sense, and on block it'll be negative. But then it's like she gets a 50-50 Oki game from it. Is she gonna go grab a follow-up grab from incredible ranges, to be honest? Like, and we got to see that pull in two different instances where she goes right for a follow-up grab, while as the other one she just goes right into a crouching short, crouching short, standing jab. Let me see, crouching short looks like standing jab to EX, whatever that is. Yeah, that's just launcher into then super to all link is like, first of all, her super looks dope. That's so cute.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Definitely into she combos into nothing left for the imagination, I'll call it.
Yeah,
But
man.
for me the stage is what
Yes. Oh yeah.
solidified it for
Real
me.
people.
No, roller coasters,
When you look at
dog.
the floor.
He's
Can you-
tripping.
I know
Can
you
you
like
spot
roller
in the
coasters.
stage what I love about this stage?
He is tripping about the damn
is-
roller coasters, man.
Is it
Hell
is
yeah.
it the big
The crepes. It's about the crepes.
yeah, it's definitely the clown.
Actually, holy cow, you're right. The crepes and the Blanca-chan dolls in the back.
the Blockachan, the crepes, the roller coaster. This is your stage, your character. Because she basically it seems like she's fucking like she's Laura. She's Laura. Like there's
They were saying that.
she is a grappler. But like these buttons that she gets, like, we thought like, oh, okay, a grappler. So thinking instantly traditional grappler, but it's like, no, this is like a strike grabbing grappler. But then on top of that, there's Oki there. Like, this is Laura. This is Laura from fucking France.
It's so weird because she looks she
Just no projectile.
I like
Which
the-
yes, no projectile.
I like the robe on her. like the gi.
The
it's
gi?
like a half. It's like a partial gi. It's
she's
not,
a
like,
she's
just
a
in the bottom.
It's the laziest gi.
she wants to be the
cool, though.
strongest fashion model in the world. That is her lore. She is a fashion model, so she is her costumes are gonna be like super drip. Like some characters already got drip. She's gonna have super drip. Like it's gonna be kind of wild.
Her, JP, and now Kimberly, she has some moves from Guy, but she doesn't have any callbacks, nor does Marisa. And JP has not many callbacks either. I find that interesting that they're making pretty good original characters without any callbacks to anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, this makes me feel like the kind of the EX era for me, where we got to see a whole buttload of Street Fighter characters, super original, just nothing new, right? You just knew Street Fighter 2, and this was, I think, and EX came out before Street Fighter 3, to my knowledge.
After
right?
Alpha.
It was after Alpha. It was after Alpha, but Alpha in itself was like a lot of callbacks to a lot of characters that you knew, that you could trace the lineage in Capcom to see, right? Exactly. But then these characters, especially the ones in EX, like they were just completely brand new. Like you just, you got your Skullomanias and such that also came from it, right? Like these Arika characters that are known for, EX fighting layer and stuff. Fighting EX layer, excuse me. And I'm getting the same vibes here. Like these characters are just like, they took a concept, like we're going to take a ballerina or one that, we're going to make her a grappler as well, but she's also going to be a fashion diva. It's like, oh shit, we're going to basically create Wonder Woman with a lot more muscle. Sure, let's go with that. And we got fucking Marisa. The feel of these characters are so, the identities are there. I think that's what it is. Like you can't really, like, what is it? You can't call any kind of pull from anyone else. Like you said, there's no references or callbacks to anyone. They have their own identities, which is awesome because that means they're going to bring something fresh to the table. Kind of. This is basically Laura, but we don't know all the details. Well, but regardless, it's still unique enough that you can just pull people into maybe play this style. Like I wouldn't mind playing this character. This would be fun. But I'm not a delinquent like Gabe.
I say this firsthand. I hate Laura, so this character doesn't make me mad. Because even though she has like similarities to Laura, she also has similarities to Abel, and I really like that she doesn't play like either of them.
Yeah,
realistically, because at the end of the day, like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I want Abel in the game. I want something like Abel," and they were like, they saw her and they were like, "Oh, she's gonna be just like Abel," and she's not. She's her own character, and I think it's kind of nice to hear people stop talking about Abel and that it's just Manon.
Yeah, the only reason they were tying Abel is because French, right? France, well, yeah. And grappler, and kind of has similar like color theme. Like when you looked at her before we do anything about her, it's like shit. This looks like it could just literally be female. Midnight Bliss Abel.
But I like that she's not, and she's just so different and unique.
I mean, her follow up grab kind of reminds me a little bit like him, right? Like when she does the follow up into like the air grab or the regular grab into the air grab, it's like kind of like Abel. If Abel decides to finish and throw you over the shoulder switch side switch, like kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but nothing past that. That's about it. But she looks really dope. And then the last character really to break into is Dee Jay, which. They're doing some wild stuff. Like, we're already seeing that with the original cast, from the beta, getting some new tools, right? Ken's, little step kick. I mean, he already had the step kick, but like kind of the options to like step kick, you can go low or overhead the way that he does, or the feint. Before you never got a low, now you do. Ryu has his Denjin charge. I mean, he's had that before, but Ryu's Ryu. But Guile, his moveset is changing. Double crouching fists is different, and he has a couple other buttons that are a little different. Who else? Chun. To her stance, right? Like it kind of was always there, but now it's actually a stance you go into. Jury's kind of like the same, but she's not as much of a legacy character. But when we're talking legacy characters from like 2, Dee Jay definitely falls in that, and he definitely got some. This was all I needed to see to kind of like already kind of lose it. Like I hated fighting against DJs in 4. It was just not fun. But now he basically is fucking Slayer in this game, where now he has a feint step with options, and not just, I don't mean a feint step like in place. It's a feint step back. So it's going to cause all kinds of really fun interactions. He's got a low, he's got an overhead, he's got a feint to the feint. So it's like, am I going low? Am I going overhead? Am I going for nothing? Am I going for launcher? So he's basically a stance character. And this doesn't even include the fact that he can double fireball without EXing. That was also proven. That was shown off in the trailer before. Yeah, that's never been a thing before. So DJ is like, I think, getting kind of almost like the biggest rework so far of all the legacy characters at this point. That super, I think, at the end of it also just isn't real. Like, it isn't. I think there's more. There's more to that super. It's not just a kick, because that would be so lame. But there's definitely more.
In the trailer, it showed that there was some sort of like mini game to his other special move. So
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Is there a just frame type deal going on with the rhythms? So
correct.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I'm thinking as well. But like they literally took the idea of like, yo, rhythm, like snowbally characters, momentum characters. I think that's what DJ is going to be. Like, I don't get me wrong, I think he's still going to be a great character. I hope every character ends up being great in 6, so that way everyone can play anybody they want and still be competitive. But like DJ, I feel is going to encompass momentum, where once he gets into, no pun intended, that rhythm, like he's one of those characters that's going to be hard to stop or hard to defend against. That's what screams out to me in his kit here. And I mean, it makes sense. And this kind of further just emphasizes it for me. But like, it's dope. I like the idea. I'm just going to hate fucking dealing with that slide as an anti-air. Like, I am so not ready to deal with that.
I feel like this is the first time we're finally seeing DJ over the course of years. We've seen a lot of characters get complete overhauls or just different variations of themselves. This is the first time we're seeing DJ actually be a different character, period. Like,
yeah, because Street Fighter 4 was basically Street Fighter 2 DJ with just maybe a couple extra pieces. That's about it. Like, nothing crazy. Like, right now, I haven't seen, the fireball is one thing, but I haven't seen his, Samba kick, I think is one of them. Like, I haven't seen that yet.
Sobat kick, you mean?
Sobat kick, thank you.
Yeah.
I think they replaced
he never had the feint. That's what I'm thinking, too. I think that's what's been changed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too.
So it gave me Matsuda Sway vibes, which is Laura's V-Trigger 2 right now. She does have a sway, but again, it wasn't really much, because you could sway and then you can command grab, but it wasn't really, I mean, you could cancel most buttons, but it not as good as V-Trigger 1. Meza, you were recently watching the Street Fighter 2 video. Doesn't he look like The Rock in that thing? Street Fighter 2 movie, I mean, animated.
Yeah, so he does, and it's kind of messed up because, so if nobody knows, in New Challengers, he actually has a club called the Roxy, and he tells this dude after he kicks him out, he goes, yeah, you guys got to listen to my, he's like, you better listen to my music.
Oh, yeah, in the movie, yeah.
It was so weird because, like, I don't know if people knew how, like, racist it used to be back then with this whole, like, Street Fighter thing, which is weird. But like Guile even comes in and is like, yo, DJ, I need you to keep your ears to the streets. And he was like, I'm just like, this is so messed up.
It was 90s writing, baby. They were just trying to be cool, trying to be with the crowd.
But I love that he still kind of like has that music background where he has like, he now has a bar called the Mamba Bar. And I'm curious if they're going to give him.
Well, it's called the Maximum. It's called the Maximum Bar.
Maximum
it is. Oh, sorry, I couldn't see if it said Mum. I saw Mum.
See, you said Mum, but that's racist, dog.
They took it off of his pants and put it onto the bar.
Yeah. Literally all that happened
anymore.
I mean, I just wish. Did he used to pull? He used to pull out maracas when he wins, right?
He might actually still.
Not that fake ass mic, because if he gets that fake ass,
that triggered me too much. So basically, that's what went down. That's all the news we've gotten for Street Fighter 6. Like I said, the beta is this week, so expect us to stream at some point, or a million other people also stream. It sucks we don't get any of these new characters in there. I don't know why Capcom wouldn't, but maybe they're not complete. This is just a show.
Why. They know why.
Oh yeah, and also you gotta go play. Yeah, we know why. We know why.
Put the game.
But one thing I did want to bring up, or actually two things I wanted to bring up, which I thought was very interesting. One, they're pushing on a new cab. Which there hasn't been a Street Fighter cab. I mean, I believe there was a Street Fighter 5 cab, but there was a very limited amount of them. It was only Japan, just like in 4, and they were more prevalent when was it Street Fighter? Or am I thinking Strive? Or I might be thinking Strive. Actually, I'm sorry. I might be thinking incorrectly here.
When
But
it
I
was
know.
like Cab?
I just know when it came to Cab, Street Fighter 4 was the one. Obviously, that was the biggest one. When we were in Japan,
Tekken too.
like it was, they were everywhere. Oh yeah, Tekken, of course. But like I'm talking about Street Fighter specifically. So they announced Type Arcade with Taito. There's an arcade version being developed, scheduled to start operating in 2023. This is supposed to be a worldwide available cab. So this is not strictly to Japan region. This could be now be imported into, the UK, NA, into a bunch of, as Gabe was saying before the show, he thought, hey, round ones might be popping now.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely fucking right. I didn't think about it. Round one, which is a arcade chain here in NA, is very much a viable spot to actually have these cabs in and to get people to come in and play.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, do we go back to like the old mentality of like going to the arcade, basically, like around? Like, I'm thinking of this because is this gonna kind of slightly revitalize arcade, at least era, like kind of bringing it back? Like that would be. It's not gonna be the same, but it's gonna have some new rules. I
find it cool because going to arcade now, like you got your FMB, you got a lot more. It isn't just like pure arcades and that's it, right? You just have to be there to play that. Like it's more entertainment. But now there could be like the hardcores could be there. Will it be cross compatible with regular? Who knows? That would be sick. That'd be sick if you could just be in the arcade and you can actually just play online. You just bring your Nessa card or whatever card they decide to develop for it and lets you crossplay with people actually playing in console or PC. That would be kind of next level.
I wonder if they.
There you go. That Nessa card.
I wonder
baby.
if they bring back the idea where they were allowing people to plug their controllers into their sticks into.
Oh, they should.
I only reason why I say this is because now hitbox and stuff like that's is more prevalent now.
They
especially
should
in Japan.
for sure.
I hope that's something that kind
of it'd be terrible if they didn't. Like it's a new age. We all have controllers at this point. You should allow that. Originally, those USBs were just for like pad players. Now it's like anybody should be able to just bring in a controller and it could be shown as a pad. The way this stuff is developed. Yeah. But yeah, so new type arcade. And we're just gonna leave this for next week because I think it's gonna be an interesting topic. But that's the one I definitely wanted to check out. Type arcade being. I was already talking to people that source arcade cabs. I was like, yo, Street Fighter 6, can you get one? Are you gonna get one? Can I get one from you? Already making a call just to see because this is great that they're making it worldwidely available and not just Japan. I mean, Sega Arcade is fucking gone, so where are you gonna put a bunch of those arcade cabs at? You might as well just let everybody else be able to import them.
You say Sega Arcade is gone, so you're talking about the one right under the train station, like all those 1 through 6s that we went to,
1 through 4 or whatever. Yeah, I believe those are closed.
Yeah.
Or very specific ones that we went to are closed.
Yeah, because that was right in dead center Akihabara.
I know.
So I'm like, it was the only place with Wi-Fi, so that's where I was popping. So like, but there were a lot of mom and pop sort of arcades that we did see that had multiple floors.
Oh yeah. Remember when we was at? I forget where we were at. What arcade? But they had that Third Strike cab. And they were like, "Hey, Americans, come play!" And they were streaming, and we were like, "Nah, man, we're not getting caught in the trap." These fuckers were like, "You're trying to fuck up the foreigners." Nah, we ain't sitting down on those goddamn cabs. I seen what this Alex player did.
That was right under the subway, and it was right next to like a KFC. And I was like, Dre, they weren't playing this yesterday. They weren't streaming yesterday.
Yeah.
They were streaming today. And I was like, nah, that Makoto just made it come back.
Yeah, the Makoto or whoever. Yeah, nah, I was like, nah, this is a fucking setup. We were like, nah, we're good. We're good. Yeah. I'm not about to get fucked up on stream and be like, yeah, foreigners, that's what y'all get.
Nowadays, maybe. But
I'll jump on whatever now. Yeah, not that.